What's happening, guys? So first Ragnarok trailer is out. R.I.P. Mjolnir. He's going on to Valhalla with Quicksilver, and we got Planet Hulk armor. I'm gonna break it down after this. Hey guys, welcome back. Now, if you're new to the channel, be sure to stay tuned to find out how you can win in the latest giveaway. Chances are crazy high because it's brand new, but I'll get more details to that later on. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the destruction of Mjolnir. And everybody's bugging because the hammer's been destroyed and they think he's dead, but you can't really kill him because he's actual like entity of a storm that was trapped inside the Uru metal, which is the metal that contains magic. And from seeing this trailer, I'm pretty curious to know how they're going to get Mjolnir back into the next hammer, whether they'll bring the dwarfs back and they'll forge it for him, or just how they're going to take care of that, because we know eventually he will have another hammer going into Infinity Wars. And in this scene here, a lot of people saying that it's Hel, but I think it's rather Muspelheim than Hel, Hel, because of the fire demons that you see kind of along the wall, how they're moving and waking up as Thor's lowered down. And this is one of the realms we got a glimpse of in Thor the Dark World, as far as where it sits in opposed to Midgard and Asgard, Hel itself. And is also home to another character who we haven't seen yet, which is Surtur, who is ruler of Muspelheim, and his fire demons take different shapes like serpents and all other kind of stuff. And what I'm interested to see is if they had it to where Hela was bound to Hel, where she couldn't leave her own realm, or if they did it where she was bound to Muspelheim, kept away from her kingdom, which is Hel, bound to Muspelheim, where she's escaped and tried to get her kingdom back. Either way, it looks like they're going to cast that rule of whoever has the spell put on somebody, once they're out of the picture, the spell is gone too. With Odin, roaming around Earth, and Loki and Thor looking for him, that's how Hela gets loose. Plus, Loki's not strong enough to restrain Hela or keep her locked away. And one of my main reasons for this theory is, like, when you see Hela walk out from that hole, it's like this fire behind her, and it looks a lot more like Muspelheim than it does Hel, because Hel isn't that bright. It has more of a darker, more desolate kind of look to it. And just gauging from the Comic-Con footage that we got a little while back, we're more likely going to see Surtur in one of the next or final trailers for Ragnarok as well. And Thor escaping from here is most likely to Surtur being his power like in a reduced state, because I don't see how Thor could get out without a hammer with Surtur at full power. And another thing too, with Hela being set free, Thor and Loki searching for Odin on Earth, there's not exactly anybody left at the throne. And I know you're probably thinking, what about Heimdall? He is the watchman at the Rainbow Bridge, but there's probably a protocol from Odin that tells Heimdall, if Ragnarok ever occurs, that he's to flee and protect the Soul Stone, which we can see that he still has, if the theory is true, by the color of his eyes. But I'll leave a link to that theory and all that in the description. And that's the only reason that Heimdall can still be alive, because I believe that he would die protecting Asgard under any other circumstances, even though he already knows that he's no match for Hela. Not to mention that there's a strong possibility that she's taken the place of Mistress Death and Amora in the MCU, which may amplify her power just for the narrative aspect, making her Thanos' new love interest, just like in the comics. Now, in these next few images here, I believe it's more of like a flashback taking place, and the realm that they're in the images, I also believe that this looks more like what Hel, Hel, of course, would look like. And I'm not totally 100% on that, but I will say that it's shown here that clearly that this is the battle where the Valkyrie were pretty much all killed off except for one. And it pretty much shows us how Valkyrie was dropped into or through one of these portals here onto this planet of Sakaar and finds her way working for the Grandmaster, which comes in handy because she gets first dibs, or she gets to see who is coming to or what is coming to the planet first before anybody else. And this just trips me out every time Thor gets electrocuted, like the irony. And so from here forward, we're kind of given more the culture of Sakaar. Also with Jeff Goldblum as the Grand Master running things instead of the Red King. But overall, I'm glad that they really went back to that Jack Kirby, bright color, chaos kind of look for it, because it really fits it straight from the books. Plus, the Grand Master is not a stranger to playing games as well too. And I like how they handled the gladiator arena as well. It looks real consistent with what we saw for the outside. And we can't see the dome is covered, but it will make sense because Hulk will probably just jump out of there. And I like that they have the green smoke going out as they cheer for Hulk, because he's a god to them, and for more reasons than just the way that he fights. But it's also like when his blood spills to the ground of Sakaar, it grows life back to this trash planet. And now we also know that this version of Hulk's going to be a bit more conscious than the ones we had previously, because he's going to be voiced as well by Lou Ferrigno throughout the film. And I'm curious to see how they're going to handle the Hulk and his connection to Sakaar, because if he forms a strong emotional attachment to Sakaar, that could be a possible world breaker Hulk post-Infinity story coming. And he's been there long enough for this to happen as well too. The last time we seen him was during a parody that was done for Civil War, if that's counted as canon. But besides that, it's been said that the Quinjet from Age of Ultron has also been seen on the set of Thor Ragnarok. But there's countless possibilities for stories that could be brewing in the background for future films as well. I also have another video, which I'll leave a link to, that explains, some of the connections that he made on the planet Sakaar and what characters those could bring into the MCU as well, with the Planet Hulk story, or even with the Worldbreaker Hulk. Definitely not this guy, probably because Thor kind of took care of that a while back. But yeah, I'll leave links for you guys to check out those videos as well. Tell me what you guys think about going forward with this new Hulk being a bit more conscious, kind of in between Banner and Hulk at the same time. And with him wearing this armor, does that also allude that he may wear other armors in the future as well, even going into Infinity? That would be nice to see as well too, because in the comics in the Infinity lines, he had a number of different suits that he wore as well, facing up against Thanos. And it would be a good look at this film, kind of open the doorway for that to happen as well too. Alright guys, I'm going to end it right here. Be sure to click on that top left link to see the video on how to enter for the recent giveaway for the contest. It's real easy to do. There's like 3 things you got to do on that video and you're done. So good luck. Like, subscribe, and we'll do it again next time. Alright, later.